Well, I'm very proud of our team. We talk all the time about being process-driven and letting the score take care of itself. And when a team comes in and mixes defenses up the way they do, and we knew it was coming, we just hadn't experienced it before. But to shoot the way we did from three, but still find a way to play some really good basketball in other areas and come away with a win against a team I think has got a really good shot to win their league. I'm just proud of the guys for sticking together and not having woe is me type mentalities of, man, my shot's not falling tonight. Maybe it's just not our night. But I thought our guys got gritty, did it on the defensive end, and created some good opportunities that were able to help us get this win.
Talk about the job that your guys did defending Ken Evans, who had been such a big part of Jackson State's first 4 games. Tonight, you hold them to 1 point.
Yeah, and that's kind of like what I was talking about, Barry, like the defensive stuff that, it started with Isaiah Barnes. He was his matchup. Carlos Williams had some too. We wanted to trap ball screens. We did it right before the half. We had another opportunity. Just trying to stick our bodies in those gaps and make things difficult. And, he's a guy that can really, really score, and we were just able to reduce his easy opportunities enough tonight. And I thought our guys did a nice job.
And also talk about number of steals. I think we have 13 steals tonight, 5 by Haggerty. And talk a bit about, Haggerty had a nice little stretch near the 3-minute mark, which, kind of really took the game completely out of reach. We talk about that's a lot of steals.
It's a lot of steals. We're not a pressing team. We're not a way out in the passing lane denying team, but we do have good overall length. We have a many plus wingspans on our team, and we want to put pressure on the basketball, but we want to live in those gaps and work on stunting and stabbing at the ball. And PJ's got a gift for it. Other guys picked up some steals. We forced 20 turnovers, and we're a +4 in the turnover margin, and that was huge for us tonight.
You've talked from the beginning about the importance of defense, the emphasis you're going to put on this season. How have you kind of done that, and how have you seen it improve the first 3 games?
We talk about it every day, all the time. We prioritize it. Just know that for us to have a shot, because there's nights like tonight when you shoot very poorly from the perimeter, and you got to give yourself a chance. And I like the overall versatility and length on this team, and each game we're seeing different things. Jackson State does some things very differently than any team we've played so far. They post up different guys. They run different actions for different guys. Same action, same play, but they'll put guys in different spots. And I thought overall our guys did a really nice job. And then we also talk about that our best offense comes off defense. And it's the best time to score is in transition. And so we just really entice them and say, hey, you get to stop. That's your time to have that burst up the floor and see if we can score.
And also,
if you could talk about Hall and Archie, two your freshmen I thought had pretty good nights, and they did some really nice things for you.
Yeah, Jared Hall came in and gave us a real boost. To have the 9 points and 6 rebounds and didn't miss from the floor tonight. Made that big 3. It's really good to see. These moments are so important for freshmen, for everybody, but to be in those just key times of the game where the game's still in the balance in the first half, and it was early in the second half. I thought Ty Archie gave us a huge boost. He's so quick, he's so shifty, just picking his spots and trying to figure out how to impact the game. Of course, he got the big dunk. I know that surprised some people. I've been telling you guys, he's got some major bounce. But really proud of all 3 of our freshmen. I thought Matt Reed really battled. He picked up some of those fouls, but he's so physical. So 3 true freshmen in a time when college basketball is so old. Those guys really made their mark and helped us.
Yeah, and also Archie had a big steal near the end of the first half, big steal and bucket. Just picked the guy's pocket and I thought that was it gave you some good momentum going to the half.
It was big, you know, and those moments to see our bench just cheer for a young freshman, you know, and get excited for one another. Those things are really important. But Ty, again, he's got a plus wingspan. He's got really good anticipation, and we've really put a role on him where he's in the game. We want him picking up full court, and just really working that other ball handler. And he's done that to a couple guys in practice where he's just kind of picked it. So he's got a real gift there.
Last year, things weren't shots weren't dropping, it kind of snowball, but obviously it's a new roster in a lot of ways, but it feels like there's a different level of leadership on this team. And when someone's going that way, as you just mentioned too, when a freshman scores, everyone seems to get behind it, but it does feel like, whether that's Kobe, whether it's guard, do you just get a sense that there's a new kind of energy with this team because of some sort of leadership or some great raising leadership this season?
Well, I think there's so many different pieces to that. I think as you give a lot of credit to each guy as a person, but I do want to give credit to a guy like Kobe Williams. I mean, you know, wasn't his night offensively like he had before, but that doesn't stop his effort level. You know, his energy, his enthusiasm, his willingness to really try to defend and do those types of things. He leads by example in that, and it's something that we're talking about all the time is to hit the floor for us. Like we want great juice, you know, we want great effort, and that starts in practice. And these guys are competitive and they want to play well, and so just been pleased with all these new faces. They've had some really good camaraderie and togetherness and cheer for one another, and that's really a testament to who they are as people and how they were raised and just the environment we got going on here.
All right, Kelly, last one.
You've played the first 3 games at home, and then you have 2 more at home next week. How is it kind of like important to you guys to start off the season so much at home?
So we've got one more at home, and then that's the only one on our minds right now. But this was intentional as best as we could. I mean, scheduling has to be agreed upon by the other party too. So this is actually part of an event, an MTE with us in Missouri to play both Jackson State and South Carolina State. So we get the one more home game, and you know, we were intentional about not trying to create too many other variables in this early part of the season. We went on the road for a scrimmage, but we just wanted the variables to stay fairly similar with our routines, and the variables to change were our opponents and the styles that we're seeing, because we're seeing so many different styles. So we got one more at home, and that's where our focus is at, and we'll celebrate this one for a little bit, and then we'll get right back at it tomorrow.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.
They're all yours, PJ.